All right, what's up, everybody? Sorry, I was just a little bit past 8:30. I'm Chris, obviously. Those of you that come to the channel, you know me. Tonight, I'm going to be having Trevor on. He is the founder of Ninja Alerts. I'll go ahead and give you a little backstory on what Ninja Alerts is before he hops on. He should be hopping on any minute. Ninja Alerts is it tracks whale wallets, influencer wallets, and smart money in the NFT space. And so you can kind of see the website right here, and I'll allow Trevor to kind of go into more detail. But you get custom NFT alerts and push notifications for any contract or wallet. So it's actually going to be an NFT drop. It's going to exist as an NFT. And if you own this NFT, you then have a lifetime membership to this app that either goes on your computer or your smartphone. So it's really cool. And as you can see, whenever somebody buys something, like say you want to be pinged every time Gary Vee like buys into something, it have who bought in, and I have what he bought, the contract address, and all that. That way it gets pinged directly to your smartphone. You're not having to track it or anything. All right. And we got Trevor that just hopped in. Let me pull him up right now. What's up, Trevor? How you doing tonight?
Good, Chris. You know, it's actually morning for me because I'm here in Seoul, Korea. So good
Oh,
evening to
yeah.
you, but good to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you. I was just going over exactly what Ninja Alerts is to anybody who might be watching the stream right now if they didn't know about it. So you kind of came at the perfect time.
Great, man. How can I share the link to this video with my with our Discord right now?
I will shoot you the link over. I'll shoot you the link over Discord, the one that we were just chatting on, and you can share that. Here, give me just a second.
Perfect.
And gonna go right here. All right, I just shared the link. And yeah, Trevor, we're actually live right now. It's not a big deal. You know, this is definitely a relaxed space. You don't have to right now, but I thought some of the things we could talk about is one, just like you. I read a little bit about you in the Discord, but if you just wanted to share a little bit of your past, it looks like you have experience with stacks. What led you to create this? I keep on wanting to say project, but this is, it's a product. I think that's kind of cool because
It's a business, I guess,
yeah,
too, you know.
yeah, absolutely.
Um,
So project slash product, just all of that. But yeah, if you just want to talk about yourself for a bit.
sure. So I'm an entrepreneur. And also an investor. I'm also actually an author. I'm a man of many things, I guess. But I started as an entrepreneur about a decade ago, 2010. I started a company called Lean Startup Machine, which was one of the first training programs on lean startup methodology based on the book by Eric Ries. I worked with Eric in creating the training program and grew that all over the world and learned a lot. From that, I started building software products, raised a round of venture capital in 2013. We released like 5 different SaaS products over the years, varying levels of success, nothing that was a breakout hit by any means. That was also actually the time when I became an advisor to the founders of Stacks.
Cool.
This was like the beginning, like Bitcoin was like $100. I also at this time bought a ton of Bitcoin, by the way, between like $100 and $1,000. Ended up selling
Heck yeah.
everything when it started to go down. So, but at one point I
Oh
had
man.
like 100 Bitcoin.
Wow.
So,
Not many people can say that.
yeah, it's kind of sad, right? Uh, but yeah, so and then I also wrote a book on lean startup. I've been advising and investing in different companies. The founders of Stacks have been the most successful company that I've worked with over the years. And Stacks is founded by Ryan Shea and Manib Ali. They're 2 computer scientists from Princeton. They're super smart guys. They found a way to create like a layer 2 on top of Bitcoin that allows you to do anything that you can do on Ethereum with Bitcoin. And so they launched the new network at the beginning of this year. I'm super bullish on it. I'm pretty much all in on it. And I raised a fund to create an accelerator around their blockchain. It's about a $7 million fund. And so we are investing in like 100 companies over the next 3 years. We invested in 25 companies so far this year, varying things like DeFi, NFTs, and Web 3.0. And my initial foray into NFTs was kind of like just just to learn, actually.
Yeah.
I just started with like 4 ETH. Like, honestly, I'm very, I think ETH is great, but I'm also very hesitant about it, I guess, for some reasons. I think is good at some use cases, but I think compared to Bitcoin, it's just not as decentralized, and it doesn't have. I'm like really big on proof of work, so I kind
Hmm.
of came at the NFT game really just trying to learn about it, and started with like 4 ETH. Ended up my first NFT was the Fame Lady Squad, by the way.
Okay.
Famous, very famous project now, of
Yeah.
course, because of the whole like scandal.
Yeah.
Um, I was minting that. I made like some money, but then I kept buying on the way up, so I ended up losing money at the end when it started went down. And then one of my first big projects that was really successful I got into as an NFT trader was Satoshables. I'm still a big
Mhm.
fan of that project to this day, and I still have many Satoshables, including one Satoshable I use as my PFP most of the time.
Yep.
Actually, I change my PFP like I feel like every week now because there's a new project that I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, like I'm involved in stacks. I believe in stacks. It's exciting because you can do things on Bitcoin that you couldn't do before, just like you could on Ethereum. But I'm also into Ethereum as well. I have nothing against it. I just kind of prefer Bitcoin. I believe in a multi-chain future, and we're doing ninja alerts on Ethereum first because um, that's where the action is. That's where the
Yeah.
traders are, and the most interesting data is on Ethereum right now. And I think the pattern can easily be applied to other blockchains in the future, like Stacks or Solana.
Yeah.
When those NFT markets take off, and we're already seeing Solana's NFT market taking off. Tezos
Hmm.
has had a strong NFT market for a while, and Stacks NFT market is exploding right now. And so I think NFTs transcend any blockchain. And with Ninja
Yeah.
Alerts, we're starting on Ethereum because that's where the most traders are, and sort of getting off the ground. And I will for sure be on Stacks because that's
Yeah.
my
That
my
makes
jam
sense.
my jam too. So
Yeah. Up until you said that, I didn't even consider, it being on multiple blockchains. So that's kind of a cool, like, future thing to look forward to as well. Yeah. I just immediately think of ETH, and then I think of OpenSea, and even now Immutable, and other, stuff like that. So yeah, that's really cool to hear you say that. And you said you started with 4 ETH, and I know in your Discord, you talked about how you were in these like almost like private groups that you shared information with each other, and you had multiple screens up, the wide screen and stuff like that, and trying to track all this stuff at the same time, and that's kind of how you came up with uh, making it easier, for pings, right? Correct?
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited about something like that, and that's why I've been talking with people that I know about this project. I'm a father. I have a girl and one on the way, and I work a lot, and it's so hard for me, and it's not good for my my everyday life to be checking everything you need to check, the Twitter, Discord, following like private groups, all that every single day. It's not good for my mental health. So having something that is able to ping my smartphone saying, hey, these are the moves that are being made by people that I choose, to that I respect in their moves. It's like, to me, that's a game changer, and it's something that's accessible for, it's accessible for people like me too. Because you talk about Nansen, nothing against the company, but like $15,000 a year for 100 alerts is a lot for the average person. So having
Totally,
some
man.
so having something that either has the NFT having utility to give you that membership, or paying significantly less than what you'd be paying then, like, again, that's a game changer. I don't have to preach this to you, but for all the people watching right now and that are coming back, like that's why I'm super excited about the project.
Yeah, and to give credit to Nansen, like I don't think that long term they're going to focus on alerts anyway. It's kind of like, they're doing one thing, they're being like the dashboard with all the different data, and we're going to be something completely different. We want to be the best in alerts, the most customizable in alerts, the most reliable, the fastest. Like that's
Yeah.
how we're really going to go, focused on that direction for taking action. Whereas I think Nansen is more of like, you can browse the different data that you want and explore more discovery, but everything has already happened. Like Ninja
Hmm.
Alerts is all about what's happening at this moment and helping you filter. so that hey, if I get an alert from Ninja Alerts, I have to buy something, or like 80% of the time I get an alert from Ninja Alerts, I need to buy something.
Yeah, absolutely. Sasha's in the chat right now. He said, please ask Trevor about his facial hair routine. This is the number one question that we all have.
I'm surprised. I guess it's still early. He hasn't gone to bed, right? Yeah, we should have timed this interview a little bit later, so Sasha wouldn't be here.
It actually goes into one of my other questions about the team, like choosing the team, and here, I'll pull it up real quick. Oh, didn't mean to lose you. It looks like you have Sasha, Judy Kim, and Sihoon Kim. Did you want to speak of any of the team, or?
Yeah, sure. So I've worked with Sihoon for about a year now. We have a company together. We were building a different software platform until now, and actually the software platform we've been building is like an education tool using for accelerators. I run an accelerator for Stacks, and that's actually the software that we use for running our accelerator. I've been working that with Sihoon. We built that. Judy came on more recently, maybe like 4 months ago, and she's like an incredible designer, like visual design, UX design, branding, everything. And I've known Sihoon for about maybe 5 years now. He actually attended when I was doing the Lean Start Machine training program in Korea. By the way, I'm in Korea. I think I said that earlier. Anyone who's confused about Korea, I live in Korea. I've been here for about a year, but I've been doing business in Korea for about 4 or 5 years. I lived in China, in Shanghai, for 5 years. We come to Korea every year doing business, consulting, and working with corporates and entrepreneurs. And I met Sihoon 4 years ago because I was running my training program at his university where he was a grad student, called KAIST, which is like the MIT of Korea. So it's like the most elite engineering school. He won the training program. And so, when I came back to Korea, we started talking again. If you win the Lean Start Machine competition, for me, it's like, like it's an IQ test. It means you're like the smartest person. So we ended up, he was working in a startup. He wanted to leave, start his own thing. We teamed up together and we've been working together for a year. And now we're doing Ninja Alerts. And this sort of came out of a conversation that Sihoon and I had one time. We were having coffee the other week. And I was telling him about NFTs. And, he's always fascinated by different new technologies like AI and blockchain. And I was telling him about NFTs and the trades I was making and how it's working. And he like got totally like sucked into it, like red pilled. And so I was like, well, dude, do you want to like do a hackathon project? Like just so we can like learn it and maybe we can bring some ideas for the other product that we built. And so we came up with the idea for Ninja Alerts out of as my own experience that you mentioned earlier, like that I would be spending. I'm supposed to be doing my normal job, but like whenever an NFT is dropping, like I feel like I have to be distracted and like paying attention. And it takes a compartment in my brain for like 4 hours out of the day, just thinking about, hey, I got to make sure I'm tuned in for this NFT drop. And, the drop gets delayed or something changes. And then you want to be there right at the beginning, make sure. And so I would have to go into the voice chat and like 100 people are watching the contracts and I would have the contract up on my screen refreshing. And I'd actually have multiple contracts on my page, multiple windows of the contract. Like I'd have like the number of unique holders on either scan, the main list and the approved transactions. So 3 different windows constantly refreshing just so I can track what's going on. And so I thought, well, I could automate this with a customizable tool. And then instead of being at my apartment, waiting with all these screens up, I could even be out with my friends playing poker with my laptop in my bag. And just like when it's time to mint, pull out my laptop and go. Or, if I don't want to mint until, let's say, 10% of the inventory has been sold, which a lot of projects, you don't want to jump right in. You don't want to be, some projects you want to be the first, some projects you want to be in the second half of the minting. And so that kind of thing, those kind of alerts would be really great, especially if you want to be in the second half of minting, you have no idea when that's going to happen for some projects. Maybe it could take several days. And if you get an alert that's happened, that could be good alpha, because some projects are going to grow organically until they sell out. And then once they sell out, sometimes like hype can be generated. Like with Satoshi one of the projects that was my first real big win because there was a supply of 5,000. They're selling for 0.02. And I just randomly saw it one night on OpenSea. It's actually, Alex, by the way, Sasha, who is part of Ninja Alerts, he's our advisor, and he
Mhm.
is in the comment right here on the screen. He's the one who got me into NFTs, by the way. So,
Oh, really?
so, he was always tweeting about it. When he tweeted about Fame Ladies, I was like, oh, that looks dope. Like, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Let me just get into this. He told me like, hey, like I was like, hey, how'd you find this project? He was like, oh, I was just watching the OpenSea activity feed. And so I was trying that a couple nights and I saw Satoshable. I went to their website and, I read the whole roadmap. I saw the team was doxed. The artist was legit and a real artist. Instagram for a long time. The price was 0.02. The supply was 5,000. They gave like 50% of their revenue to charity. I was like, this is a no brainer.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I jump into Discord. I dropped an ETH for 50 at 0.02, right?
Yeah.
When I started talking to chat, it started growing. I think I tweeted about it too. And also I have a lot of Twitter followers and a lot of people are Bitcoiners. And this is Socials is a Satoshi Nakamoto profile picture. So it's like perfect for the people that follow me. In fact, as soon as I tweeted about it, a ton of other people just jumped in. And then in the Discord, I was like, hey, if this sells 1,000 in the next hour, I'm going to drop another ETH. And so, that's also part of informing the product decision is like some of the things that I did and how I thought about trading is like, hey, if I'm not sure about a project, if, maybe the project is great, but I'm not sure about the demand, I probably want to mint in the second half of
Yeah.
that project. So I want an alert on that. The second thing is velocity. So like if it can sell, like, I think it was like 1,000 in 1 hour. That was my metric. Once I had dropped my first ETH, I was like, if it sells another 1,000 in the next hour, then I want to, then I'm going to drop another ETH. And so as soon as that project sold out, overnight it went from 0.02 to 0.06, the next day to 0.1, all the way up to 0.3, and it kept gaining momentum. So, sometimes there are projects that are slow organic burn, harder right now in a bear market, a lot easier in a bull market. And then sometimes there are projects that you just have to be the first because the demand's there and you want to be quick. And so Ninja Alerts can help you with both use cases.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. So is that going to be right off the bat to where we can get an alert for the percentage that sold out? Or is that like in the future or what? Like you're saying like if like can we get alerts saying like 50% sold, 60% sold or
Yeah. Okay. So we haven't announced when we're going to do that yet. So it's not on the
okay.
roadmap, but
Yeah,
it's on my roadmap. It's on my roadmap on my piece of paper here.
Yeah.
But it's not officially announced. So
I just got a leak on this live stream, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Leak some information out of the founder. No, when you were saying that afterwards, I was like, I don't remember because I tried to make sure I was up to everything. I didn't want to say anything silly on stream with you, and I was like, I don't remember seeing that. So that's really cool. That's exciting. And yeah, so and Sasha was the last one. We did mention him earlier. He's the advisor for the team, and I'm assuming you guys been knowing each other for a while. You said he got you into NFTs, and he actually responded by saying you got him into crypto. So I'm guessing your relationship goes far back.
Yeah, so I've known Alex for almost 6 years now, I think. So met in 2015. He was the founder and CEO of an esports team called Gangstars. So 2015, I got really heavy into esports. I was a gamer my whole life, and his team were the world champions in a game called Vainglory, which is like the hottest mobile game. It was kind of like the first League of Legends on mobile. And I lived in Silicon Valley in San Francisco at the time. He also lived in San Francisco, but I moved from New York. And I don't know if you know, but like the cultural difference between New York and California is quite big, big.
Yeah.
Like, New York is like, super direct, upfront, maybe rude sometimes, right? Californians are super polite. In New York, like when you're walking across the street, like the cars, they don't really stop for you. They just kind of go around you, right? But in California, the cars stop like 20 feet away from you
Yeah.
and like just like wait for you to go.
Yeah.
Um, so anyway, and Sasha, by the way, he's from Ukraine, so he's more like a New York personality. But we became great friends. He's a fantastic entrepreneur. He was a
Hmm.
great leader. I was really impressed by everything he did in Gangstars. I became a co-owner of the company. We actually traveled to Korea to compete on TV in
Oh,
esports
wow.
in Korea.
What?
So
How cool.
and so I was in Korea with him. And then when we were kicking off the fund, I was like, I need to bring somebody on to help me kick this off. I need a founder. I need an entrepreneur who's been through ups and downs. One of my first phone calls, it might have been the first phone call. I'm not sure, but one of the first phone calls for sure was Sasha. And the first thing he said to me was like, dude, I don't know about crypto. Like what's like, he wasn't a believer. And I had to explain
Yeah.
to him, honestly, I was a skeptic for a while too. Before NFTs and DeFi became mainstream this year, or
Hmm.
became like hit a point, I feel like a lot of crypto was hoping for that user adoption. Like there wasn't that end user value in crypto really clearly until this year. I feel like this year in crypto, beginning of this year, like around the Beeple sale,
Yeah.
was when AlphaGo from Google beat the world champion in Go. It was like, or like when IBM, for older folks who are watching this, older people who are watching this, when IBM, I forgot the name of the computer program, it beat Gary Kasparov in chess or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like it's like a watershed moment in technology, I think, this year in crypto and the whole NFT movement. So convinced
Absolutely.
Sasha to help with stacks, and then I guess he's a degen, so he just got right into NFTs before me.
Yeah. Yeah. And now has his own NFTs, the Bizarro. Do you own some Bizarros? Are you not allowed
Of,
to say
of course
that?
I have. Of course I have Bizarros, man. I'm not going to sell them because he'd kill me if I did. And I have one of what I think is the best Bizarros. Like
Uh-oh.
the Bizarro I got, it's number 69. It's
Oh,
amazing.
nice. That's
So
awesome. I got two myself, so I'm super excited about that project. We have mint and our pre-sale mint, and here we have the countdown up here. 12 hours. You think everything's in order and ready? Like, how are you feeling?
actually, I think the timer is wrong. I got to tell Shihun because it
Oh, is
should
it?
be
Oh, sorry.
yeah. It should be 21 hours. So it should be
Oh,
21 hours.
yeah, that's right. You just posted on the Discord that it was going to be 4 o'clock San Francisco time. Is that right?
Yeah,
Tomorrow. And then Whitelist has 72 hours to be able to mint.
correct.
Okay. Is everything looking like it's in place and ready to go?
Surprisingly, yes. It's been a lot of work
Yeah.
to, managing the Discord. Luckily I've got some great people helping mod the Discord now. And everything kind of came together at the end. We're able to whitelist everybody, and we've been getting a lot of support and buzz from a lot of the people that, at the beginning of deciding to do this project. um, I had my list of people that I hoped would take notice or would support this project, and we've
Hmm.
been really fortunate to get more than what I expected in people interested in this project, supporting this project, and promoting this project. So I couldn't be happier, despite like all of the amount of work and lack of sleep recently. I'm
Yeah.
super happy and excited for the mint tomorrow.
I'm excited as well. And as somebody who really, I mainly focus or have recently been focusing on like the gaming side of NFTs. When I saw the utility that this project provided, that's what like immediately when I saw that attracted me. It's like, oh, this is going to be an NFT that's possible to mint that grants you a membership to this really awesome app or that you can use that can make my trades better in the future. Like I don't, that's what attracted me. Like to my knowledge, I don't think there's any other project out there that has that type of utility. Like that direct utility. It's just so unique. And I mean, your Discord, it went from I joined. Kyle, shout out to Kyle Wilson. He made a video for you.
Yeah, shout out to
And
Kyle.
he introduced me to Ninja Alerts. Me and him are friends from the VV community. Um, Probably when it was like at like 10,000. I don't remember what it was, but it's at what 60,000 right now, and we're minting tomorrow. Like that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, 62.
62,000 in Discord, and we're minting tomorrow, and that grew like exponentially fast. I mean, every day it seemed like we're adding 5,000 more people to it. And again, I think I credit. I mean, you would know more than me, but like I definitely credit like the amount of utility you get. You know, it's almost like striking gold if you're able to, in my opinion, to get on that list and be able to get the NFT. Because I mean, I saw you say to somebody, I don't know if it was over a YouTube interview or like Discord, but like you're really banking on this being a product that succeeds, obviously. And like if you said something along the lines like, if it doesn't succeed, we failed. If it does succeed, then we won. And so like I think absolutely like what you said, like if this product succeeds, it's going to be so desirable. So like if you're able to get this product for 0.25 ETH, like that, you know, that's mind blowing. You know, that's such a gift to the people that were able to get on whitelist, or the even the people that buy it off of secondary. You know, and if this is a very, if everything goes according to plan, like it's such a good utility to have like on our phones or on our laptop. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, thank you, man. I mean, so when I was coming up with this concept for the whitelist and the NFT, there were a couple of decisions that I made that I think are really important. And so the whole purpose of me doing this NFT drop and giving away the lifetime license is because I want to first of all have something exciting, right? The whole point of an NFT drop is you can really build a lot of marketing and excitement around it. If we just launch a software and people can just use it, we're missing that opportunity to grow the Discord. We're missing that opportunity to do giveaways. We're missing that all that marketing energy that you can get from doing an NFT drop. I think was the primary number one reason we want to do it this way. And then second of all, I wanted to structure this so that everyone who is an early member, you know, they say like owning an NFT is like owning a franchise. It's like if you own a Bored Ape, you're like a franchise member of the Bored Ape brand, right? Like you're out there spreading the brand. If the brand grows, like everybody's growing the brand at the same time. If that grows, you all benefit, right?
Absolutely.
And so that's a super powerful force for any business. I think that in the future, like every business should have some type of NFT. If they're able to raise venture capital, like for the companies that I invest in, we normally say like, go for venture capital first. And if they have any trouble with venture capital, do an NFT drop. And I think there's also a good argument for like every company should do an NFT drop because it allows you to build excitement, get your brand out there. We're not doing like a profile picture, but I think for other startups, you should probably do a profile picture because it allows people to, you know, spread your brand on social media and you can use it for events and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes
but
sense.
The whole idea of giving these NFTs to our early users is that they own an asset that if they spread the word, their asset grows and we grow too. So we're growing together with our users. Like that was the whole point of it. And so when we set this up, you know, we obviously want to keep the supply small because for our business to grow, we need to have recurring revenue, right? This initial NFT drop will give us some capital that we can execute on our roadmap, build a great product, but the product is never done. The code is never done. The code has to be maintained. You have to pay for the servers and everything. So a business can't just do an NFT drop and never take in revenue again.
Yeah.
You know, we have to be able to make money from some subscriptions too. And so we want to do a small limited NFT drop. And then we want to have a high unique ownership percentage. So that's why we did one per whitelist member, because if you have a high unique ownership percentage, it's going to be a more stable price for the asset on secondary. And, you know, I also believe that how well we do in this sale, like the value of the NFT after on the market is going to reflect on us like very, very strongly, especially in the NFT community. Right.
Yeah.
So
I see that.
If our NFT drop does well on secondary and the value grows, we're going to look really good. If it drops below mint, I don't know how I'm going to show my face again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll tell you as a consumer, as a customer, this is like one of the very few NFTs on the market that somebody could offer me a pretty substantial amount of money and I wouldn't sell it because the utility that comes with it. Because I know that I would be saving money every year, holding on to my NFT and making money with that NFT and the lifetime membership that it gives me. So, as a consumer, I straight up think you're dumb if this product goes well and you decide to sell your NFT for around mint price. Like it's silly. It would be completely silly. So I mean, just so you get a customer review right there, like somebody can offer me like whatever, and I wouldn't sell it because again, I'm actually going to use this. Similar to look at Sasha getting all the shout outs, but similar to my Bizarros, like I really like Sasha, I like the project, I like the community. I wouldn't sell my Bizarros to somebody like, I mean, I just technically I could admit more, but the concept of it. Like I want to be part of that project. I want to play the game. I want to exist in the metaverse. I don't care about the money at that point. So it's just like that style of thing. Like why would you sell an NFT that's giving you that much utility and that's literally like making you money? So I think we'll be fine. You mentioned, is this not announced yet? Or am I just blind. You said it's not a PFP, but like, how are the NFTs going to look? Like,
Yeah.
do we know that yet?
We haven't announced it yet.
Okay.
It'll look dope. It's like a 3D.
Sweet.
It's a 3D image of our logo. It's very tasteful. But we want to keep it simple and get to market quickly. So it's going to be the same for everybody, but it'll look cool. I think people will be proud of it. I'm proud of it, and you'll all see it tomorrow.
Sweet. I'm super excited. Yeah, to see it. And yeah, I didn't know. I figured that it wasn't announced yet, but I was like, I don't know. Maybe I just looked over it. But okay, that's good to know that I didn't. I think there's been a few comments that I've kind of accidentally overlooked. I think somebody asked a question earlier. I can't find it right now. Oh well. Just going off of Discord, it looks like there was around maybe 900 whitelist, with some of those being able to get the second mint. So we're looking at around, I would say, under 1,500 mints. Does that sound about right? Or
no, we have about 2,300 minted now. It's shot up a lot. So
okay. I checked this morning.
I probably made the rules a little bit too easy, I guess. Unfortunately, it was hard for me to gauge. I'm kind of like, I'm trying to set incentives for people to participate, to spread the word, and to help us grow and build excitement.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm conservative because I tend to make things maybe a little bit easier than I could. But we grew and also actually we got a lot of, it's so ironic is like so much of our promotion has happened like in the last day or two. Like I have this is the first day I have 2 interviews back to back and had multiple of our partners, reach out to help promote us. So it's been like, and it's also been like, some of the initial partners, they, in the beginning, of the project, they're like, they gave us a couple shout outs, but they didn't really promote us a lot. And then when they saw like, hey, the traction's going up, they're like, Trevor, what else can I do? How else can I promote this? So it's been interesting. Like, I'm glad that the mint is tomorrow. We're cutting off whitelist in like 5 hours because it's just been growing like kind of exponentially. So we're actually up to like 2,300 whitelisted, and we have like 300 extra mints. And we did a couple key partnerships that we just did yesterday, where for some of these key partners that we really want to be involved because they're really key communities, such as Metaverse HQ, which I'm going to be doing a Twitter Spaces with, I think in an hour.
Oh, cool! Dang,
yeah.
I'll be there.
I'm doing Twitter Spaces with them in an hour.
I'll listen.
Like they're the original community that I was a part of, and they have so many influential diamond-handed people in their community. So I did a partnership with them where we're going to give quite a bit of whitelist spots to their members. And so what I'm expecting for the whitelist is it'll be about 3,000. And I think that's a good number. I think I'd be fine with less. I would be a little uncomfortable with more.
Yeah.
But I think considering the size of our Discord and considering how influential some of these partners are that we're coming on board with, like Metaverse HQ, that this is going to raise the profile of the project significantly. And we're sponsoring a party at NFT NYC, by the way, too. Like the marketing doesn't end, for those guys who are asking, the marketing doesn't end after the mint or like before the mint. Marketing is continuing. I have other people who also have contacted me about doing interviews. Some YouTubers were like, hey, we'd love to talk about your project, but we want to see how it goes at mint first. So we're going to continue doing marketing after the mint is over. You're going to see people who are who are going to be paying that 1 ETH a year because they can't afford the price of the lifetime license. That's our goal with where we want to go.
Sweet. Yeah. I mean, I'm all about it. And I completely believe in you and completely believe in the project. There was one more. Oh yeah. I mean, even so around 3,000, I mean, that's still compared to like most projects being like 10K, 12K. I saw you posted, I think it was you, you know, it's like what is it? 30% of Discord members are like likely to mint. Do you know the numbers on that? I don't remember are likely to try to go for the project. I don't know if that was you for sure or not. 40%.
I haven't heard that before, but
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then for some reason I thought it was you that put it. I think that's not for whitelist. I'm talking about people that like are trying to buy off like secondary market. But yeah, I mean 63,000 people in Discord and 3,000 mints. That means 60,000 people aren't going to be going to be getting the primary drop. So I mean, to me that's plenty. And I from an entrepreneur standpoint, like I completely get what you're saying. Like, why would you want 13,000 of these lifetime memberships when like your bread and butter is going to be making a good product and selling that good product at a monthly or yearly rate? So it's really a true blessing to those who are able to either mint it at that price, or if you get some people who like literally don't know what they have and they're selling it for stupid cheap at the beginning, for those people who were able to scoop those up, at small prices. So yeah, I mean, again, like it's somebody can't offer me like a set amount of money and me be like, oh, that yeah, I'm gonna sell it for that. Like, I think there's gonna be some people who don't understand what they got and they might settle for a little bit of profit, and then they're gonna look back and be like, man, what did I do?
Sure. I mean, I'm never gonna like get mad at someone for flipping an NFT. Like people have their own reasons. If anybody paper hands a Ninja Alerts lifetime license, maybe they need the money, maybe they want to quit NFTs, maybe they didn't understand the product at first. They're just like, wow, this like, look at the people who are supporting this, and look at the Discord growth and stuff like that. Look at the Twitter growth, and they just got here for that. Power to them. I think I'm never going to judge somebody for paper handing. We all got to learn somehow.
Respectable. Is there any, I don't know if this is something I just didn't read or what, is there any percentage of secondary market that goes back to Ninja Alerts or?
Yeah, so I think we're looking at a 10% royalty.
Cool.
For long term. Yeah.
Sweet. So the secondary trading, I mean, definitely doesn't hurt the company. You still get a little bit of passive income from that as well. So that's pretty cool.
I agree. And we might even just, I'm not promising this, I'm not saying this. I've considered completely cutting the subscription as well. Like if there's a model, like I'm not sure how it would work, but if there's a model where we take a percentage of secondary and there is no subscription, I've considered that.
Okay.
It's one option that we might move to in the future too. But we're not going to take more than 10% of royalties ever. So
cool. Yeah. All right, Trevor. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to say about the project, the team, Mint tomorrow, people in chat? We still have like over 20 people in here. So, if there's anything else you'd like to say, floor is yours. Oops, didn't mean to cut you out. Just showing some of the website. Looks super clean.
I mean, just thanks to all the ninjas in our Discord, man. I mean, I'm grateful for everybody who is interested. I'm grateful for the NFT community. Chris, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for Sasha. I'm really excited for our mint, and I really want to make this tool valuable for myself because I want to use it, and for everybody that has joined our community to be a part of this.
Trevor, yeah, I'm super thankful for you that you came on. You know, like I have a little influence, but not a whole lot. So the fact that you chose to do this interview with me really does mean a lot to me. Like I'm serious. So, because I was super excited for it, I was nervous about it too. I mean, this guy's the CEO of Ninja Alerts, and it could be huge, you know. So it's like I honestly, I'm super thankful and honored that you came on my channel to talk about your project. And if you'd ever like to come on again and talk about where you're at then, heck, you can come in and just spend 30 minutes trashing Sasha if you want. You can do whatever you want, but feel free to come back on so we can hang out. You know, you can go over your beer techniques.
I'd love to, man. And you know, thank you, man. I mean, for everybody who's watching, you guys got to give Chris a subscribe because, you know, hearing about from Sasha, the type of guy that you are, meeting you myself, I can tell that you're a very genuine person. You're very interested in the space, and you're also pretty smart, and you see things happening. And I think that I'm looking forward to watching your YouTube growing and even bigger people coming on your YouTube. Where I'm gonna be the one who's gonna be like, "Hey, Chris, remember when I was on your show?
Yeah,
this person, this person, this person." So
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. Thank you for having me. And everybody's watching, you got to give Chris a like and subscribe because he's a great guy.
I appreciate that, Trevor, very much, man. And looking forward to the mint tomorrow. Everybody who's in the chat, I know you guys are looking forward to it too. And we haven't got to see it. So I know I'm super excited just to see how my NFT that I'm going to have tomorrow looks, because I don't know yet. But Trevor, thanks again. You said you'll be in the Twitter Spaces in probably less than an hour now with who again?
Metaverse HQ. So we're
Metaverse
doing
HQ.
Twitter Space
Okay.
with Metaverse HQ. I'll tweet about it. You can get there from the Ninja Alerts Twitter handle, and they're like one of the original alpha groups, a group that I've been a member of for a long time, and also a group that helped me come up with the idea for this because I interviewed a lot of the members in that group. And you know, I think that some people in the Discord were saying like, how is Ninja Alerts different from an alpha group? I think that Ninja Alerts and Alpha Group are very complementary. They're really completely different because an Alpha Group is like your friend circle who you learn from, who you discuss ideas with, who you grow with, and then you discover ideas. And Ninja Alerts is like, it helps you execute. It's like, it gives you the alerts to execute. So we're looking forward to working with Metaverse HQ. And, you know, we're open to working with other Alpha Groups as well. And so come learn more come hear from me. If you're not tired of hearing me talk, you know, come to the Twitter Spaces. You can also learn about Metaverse HQ at the Spaces too.
Cool. All right, Trevor. Well, again, I appreciate you, man, so much. Knock it out the park. I know you got a lot of work to do between now and 24 hours from now. So good luck to you, brother. Like, have a good one. And you're going to have a really busy day.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Chris. Bye,
All right,
everybody.
man. Until next time. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining into our conversation and being here the whole time. Appreciate all you guys. Until next time.